Man, I don't give a flip about Mexico. You Mexico lovers make me sick. Now I'm gonna do a quick video because I wanted to. Someone commented on my post on Facebook, told me a pinche Latino, falso, whatever though. Don't care though, Pedro. So I get this all the time, y'all. I get a bunch of hate and blowback from all these Mexico lovers, Mexicans, whatever you want to call them. I don't give a flip. I'm a Texan. I'm gonna tell you something. You know why? It's because somebody said this the other day, and I totally agree. They said that they commented on my video and they said, typical Texan, typical Tejano, always at it with Mexico or Mexicans. And I agree. I don't know about you. You might sit there, of course, and live in Cali homes or in another state, and you might have a lot of pride in a country that didn't do nothing for you, whole country, a third world country like Mexico or somewhere else. Who knows? Who cares? And you have allegiance to that country because you've been brainwashed. You talk about I'm brainwashed. You talk about I'm a traitor to my race or whatever. I don't give a damn about none of that stuff. You know what I care about? My home, my family, my country. Very simple. But that's the point, though. I'm an American citizen. You've been brainwashed. You know why? Because you have allegiance to a country that did nothing for you. You have allegiance to a country you weren't even born in. You're not even a Mexican. This is another thing that people don't like when I say this. If you're born in the United States, you're an American citizen, a U.S. citizen. If you're born in Mexico, you're a Mexican. And that's where the brainwashing comes in. I think through strategic planning and propaganda, many people that were born in the United States that have no ties to Mexico in particular, they have all this pride in that country because they tricked you. You catch my drift? You're born in the United States. You're an American citizen. You are an American. And your identity was stolen by the man, right? But that's what I think, for real. Think about how much more emboldened and empowered you will be and how more unified we will be in this country if you sat here and gave your allegiance, your undying loyalty to the country that matters, the USA, for real. But no, you get on the internet, you get mad at me, you call me all these names in the book, coconut, traitor, vendido, whatever the hell else you want to call me. And for what? Because I love my country. My allegiance is to the country that I was born in, that I'm gonna die in, that my family was raised up in. Nah, fool, I ain't brainwashed. You are, straight up. So back to what I'm saying, it's all about. I don't want to say it's all about it, but like that person said on that comment, it's very interesting that for some reason Texans and Mexicans, have something going all the way back till to the founding days, even the Alamo, should I say, right? That's just how it is. And I ain't gonna apologize for it, for real. Like, I ain't even tripping. I honestly don't care. I never cared. I don't care. And I won't care. Straight up. I'm a Texan. I'm an American. And I ain't a Mexican. I wasn't born in Mexico, Holmes. Simple and plain. Maybe you should listen to what I'm saying. Instead of getting mad, fact check me or learn for yourself. Or you know what? Don't do nothing. I honestly don't give a damn. But that's the point, though. Mexico and Texas, there's a friction there, y'all. There's always been. For real. If you go to Mexico, I know a lot of y'all, I've heard this many times. If someone goes to Mexico, someone like me that don't speak Spanish, Holmes, and I go over there, they're going to call me a fake Mexican. That's what they call you over there, bro. They call you a fake Mexican when you go to Mexico. You know, all your cousins, tios, primos, and all your tias. That's what they call you at the rancho. Straight up. They call you a fake Mexican, and they call you an American. They probably even call you white, like y'all call me white over here. Straight up. And that's why I really can't stand these people, y'all. They get on their high horse on social media of all places and just down talk someone like me that loves my country. Like I said, I don't give a flip. I don't care. I'm only making this video to get some content out there, but it's the truth though. I love my country. Ain't nothing you gonna do about it. And if anything, you're brainwashed, Holmes. You're loving a country that didn't do nothing for you. You're loving a country that more than likely some of your family members left and fled because they wanted to come to the big bad USA. How you like them apples? I'm in Texas. I ain't a Mexican. I'm an American. And if you want to get mad about it, don't get too mad because most people think like me. Most Texans, most Tejanos think just like Nino America. The only difference is they're probably afraid to say it, and I ain't. But to be honest, though, a lot of Texans, they ain't afraid of much. So they will say a lot. I'll leave it at that. But like I said, you ain't going to shame me on social media of all places that I'm some kind of a traitor or I'm some kind of a, less than a man for loving my country. How stupid is that? How stupid is that? That's how people operate. And how comes it's the brownies, it's the Mexicans that act like this? I don't ever see white people ever act like this, for real. I never see them say, "Oh, go back to Europe," or I love Europe or whatever. I never see that. All I see is people that with this skin color lifting a Mexico flag, being proud of being a Mexican, even though they were born here. That's all I freaking see, and that's all I saw all my life. And I'm not gonna shut up about it. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. It's the truth. I think a lot of y'all need to hear the truth in a very blunt fashion because that's what you're used to. I need to speak your language. So, like I said, get on social media, call me every name in the book. I don't care because I love my country. I was born in the USA, and I could give a flip if you like it or not. Remember the Alamo, baby. This is Texas, not Mexico. Again, maybe if you live in Cali, you live in a border state, and your whole city looks like Mexico. Maybe you ain't tripping because you're already stuck there in a city or state that looks like a third world country. Okay, I want to live in a country that looks like the United States of America. I want my kids to walk around my city and be like, damn, Dad, this is where you grew up at? This is America. This is Texas. I'm going to say, yeah, this is where I grew up at, and it still looks the same, even though it changes little by little with more illegals and more people coming in from God knows where to my city. I want to leave a country that's representable or recognizable, should I say, for my children can see where I came from. My heritage, my culture, it is Texas, straight up. That's all I know. All I know is Texas. All I know is the United States of America. And I don't know nothing about Mexico. And I don't give a flip about Mexico. And I know you don't like it. And I honestly don't care. Straight up. It's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to realize your identity, Holmes. And it's time for you to pledge allegiance to the United States of America, where you should, where you were born, where your kids are born, and hopefully where your parents came from, or at least have enough respect for this country. If your parents fled another country, respect the USA and respect the laws of the land. And with that, I'm out of here, y'all. Christ is Lord. And remember, you ain't got to like it. And I hope you don't.